Hello, my name's Andre Axonov. So when I looked at my email and I saw that asking for a testimonial for Dr. Sean O'Mara, I was pretty excited. Got straight onto it, and here it is. So one of the prompts I seen before I just went off on a tangent is obstacles preventing me from losing visceral fat. Well, when I was drinking, that was pretty clear. That was the alcohol was a big factor. So just the alcohol itself producing like fructose-like effects, but also all the mixes, so Coke and all that. So now you're talking about a lot of fructose is coming in. A lot of it was just a diabolical situation. Wouldn't eat as well. Plus alcohol, everything's making me depressed, so down, not exercising, sitting around, eating the wrong foods at times. That was all rubbish. But I don't drink now, and I follow as many of the 48 kind of, to think of how many types of recommendations that you get if you watch every single piece of Dr. Sean O'Mara's content that I pretty much do. I share most of it. I share so much of his content onto my YouTube page. Yeah, I see it as reinforcement. I think some of the followers maybe see it as, oh my God, I don't know. But, I share everything pretty much. I've seen a hell of a lot of his content. And, so I'm a sort of person that 100%, I'm a geeky sort of a health nerdy sort of person. So a lot of my heroes in life are doctors, and I have such doctors as Dr. Thomas Seyfried as a hero, Dr. Robert Lustig as a hero, and Dr. Sean O'Mara as well, and Dr. Brewer, and the list goes on. I don't want to go. I've got not a big list, but I do have a lot of doctors, but I spend a lot of time looking at the information from Dr. Sean. I enact the entire amount of whatever I know of Dr. Sean O'Mara's teachings, advice as I can. And why I spend so much time on Dr. Sean O'Mara is pretty much a testimony in itself to how effective his stuff is. For somebody that's on a budget like I am, as I'm growing all my businesses at once and all that, then I need to not have just products shoved down my throat and things that are going to cost me money to get fit. So I turn to a lot of the teachings of Dr. Sean O'Mara, which I do not need to have products for. I can check my own visceral fat. I can check my own health without having to spend any money. And whilst I like that for myself at a personal level, I also have my own mission to help in a small way the growing epidemic health crisis that's going around the world. That's such a massive problem and getting bigger, and yet it all boils down to the tiniest little organelle, the mitochondria. And I'd like to make a small difference in this crisis, and my best chance of being able to achieve my own goals is to support somebody who is a doctor, who has a message that can have a big impact globally. And that's why I do support Dr. Sean O'Mara. And I'd like to see him doing less hours as a doctor, even though that's fantastic. He's working hard, he's doing hours as a doctor, but I'd like to see him working on this mission of his, which is similar to mine, except he's just in a totally different scenario and abilities to achieve. His message can scale up. He just needs a lot more exposure, preferably. That's why I campaign for him to get onto the Joe Rogan Experience I filled out a long application for him to be considered Lex Friedman. Maybe Lex is Joe's friend, maybe, you know, I'll try anything to try to get him the sort of exposure where he can work less hours, start to build bigger and bigger infrastructure and team, and push these messages that he's got, because it can't be bought. He's not in it for the money. He's in it to make a big difference at a global scale, and I believe in him. I believe in Dr. Sean O'Mara's message 100%. I'm part of his Dr. Sean O'Mara community online, with just some beautiful people on there, some really nice interactions, some really nice posts get put up. It's a closed-in community, but everyone can join. It's a very small amount of money. It's well worth it. You know, I think that Dr. Sean has a lot of appeal for like a man like myself. I'm 51, but I think his message is vibrant and, you know, can appeal to young people as well. Females, works just as much as males. He's relatable. Like I say, he's a surfer. He's still serving active duty in the military. He's a cool dude. He's a nice guy that, is trying to do the hardest thing, which is trying to make people make lifestyle changes. And this is the most unpopular sort of area of being an influencer, or being online, producing content, because people don't want to be told that their choices are going to affect their own health. And whilst it's true that we're in a system with so much food that's not even food, so much bad inputs coming in, and environmental and stress is just such a big factor in visceral fat, and people are really stressed. But nonetheless, no matter what system and where you are, in general, particularly in the Western world, so we can make changes in reducing sugar, processed foods, having effective forms of exercise, working on your sleep and all that. You're best really getting informed and doing everything you can to make some lifestyle changes. But anyone who's trying to advocate lifestyle changes is not going to be popular or get the best numbers. In fact, if you want good numbers, like stir up some controversy or some conflict or something, and you'll get a lot of interactions. You know, don't try to help people and ask them to, consider fasting or any modality that they might need to employ. So anyway, my testimony obviously for Dr. Sean O'Mara could run into an hour if I let it. So I'm going to pull it up. I'm doing everything I can. I share all of his content. As I say, I do my best to try to increase his exposure. I wish the best, and I'll be with him along the journey, I guess, as one of his followers. And take care, everybody. Be kind to yourself.